Greetings to the inquisitive traveler. Can't say I blame them for seeking richer veins. It's rather disappointing that they don't deem it necessary to maintain my offices, however. Goodbye.
With the samples you provided, I am so close. A few more tests, and my research will be complete. Goodbye.
Be on your guard.
Well done. I was worried the Zangar boys might give you a bit of trouble. My given name is Eswin Elfhelm, but people around here call me Mayor Eswin. They're simple people. That's why I like them. I grew up in the Almain city of Myria, west of here. I'd never worked a full day in my life. I'm certainly making up for it now. I sleep 1-2 hours a night. This little town was the heart of the boom, the engine that drove the rise of Edessa. But in business, every boom is followed by the eventual bust. The gnomes moved out. With the gnomes went the gold, and with the gold went the jobs. Whitestone has been a shell of its... I was right about you. I have an eye for promise, you know. Prospecting, as the locals would call it. I've noticed your weapons. I assume you know how to use them? It's a pity, but the only way to clean up Whitestone will be to get them dirty. We've received news that Adath Scoria might be hiding out with the Sinric family in their old Terrenium quarry. Get down there and take a look, see what you can see. The quarry is very near, and the canyon to the... It's a pity the Sinric family won't let anyone inside. Hail, adventurer. Are you here to present an offering to Mitharu? There were... Well, Hail! Have you brought something from Mitharu? Farewell, adventurer.
I am very pleased to see you again. Welcome, little one. Any news?
Greetings. I have some ability with the art of sagecraft. Tell me if you wish to learn more. Archsage? It is an honor and a privilege. Is there any... Never stop practicing.
Students of magic, masters of spells.
Move along, citizen.
Greetings, Archsage.
Archsage, I hope there is some way I may be of assistance. Another time.
Many greetings, Archsage. What can I do for you? Attend to your study. Archsage! I hope I'm finding you well. What's needed? Attend to your studies. Good evening.
Archsage, is there some... Be well.
are you? What are you doing all the way down here? You'd think the Sinrics would be enough to keep anyone away. What has that snake told you? That I sold him scoria mine? I would never do such a thing. Just because he lives in the mayor's house doesn't mean he's a man of honor. Came here 6 months ago saying he was going to revitalize Whitestone. Ever since, my people have been captured or killed by his marauding hired swords. Before the recent ordeal, Whitestone was more than a village. It was a community. We cared for one another. We worked through our challenges together. Before the recent ordeal, Whitestone was more than a village. I remember when my uncles brought me to see it for the first time. Not long after the gnomes hired Papa Kester to be the first of our foremen. I found it beautiful. We have mined it for decades. No new mayor is going to take from us what has been earned through sweat and heartache. Yes, I know what you're thinking. What am I doing? The miners of Apotir know Sinric Quarry well. It's a second home to most of us. While I don't agree with what the Sinrics are doing to survive, I do respect their refusal to back down. An agent of that snake Eswin, no doubt. You're not the first one he sent to scare me from my mine. I'll tell you what I've told the rest. That claim is scoria property. You can kill me, but it won't matter. Politicians come and go, they follow the money. But a man protecting his land will never leave it. You tell him that. If you wish to do the right thing, and there is a right thing, meet me later. I'll be staying with allies in Whitestone. It's together you and I can save Apotir. I was born and raised in these shafts and tunnels. The gnomes gave my people hope, only to turn their backs on. I'm in hiding from Eswin's hired swords. Men and women like you.
Well, you wouldn't return unless you had something to tell me, am I right? Oh, Ideth laid it out for you, did he? Should have expected that. Well, let me put it this way. The days of the family mines are over. A new order has come to Apotir. The Darkvari, Sinrics, and the Zungars. I will deal with them in time. But the Scorias, they are different. They have the people's respect. And that is powerful. Listen to me carefully. If you walk away from this, from me, you will no longer be welcome in Whitestone. So tell me, friend, are we still partners? This is a decision you will regret. You have my word on that.
Hey!
you're still milling about? I figured Mayor Eswin would have your ass. What else is there to do in Whitestone but cause trouble? You're welcome to give it a go, but I can't promise you'll get anywhere. It's got more hidden corners than a spider. Maybe I'll show some initiative eventually. Until then, you're welcome to make us both look. The doors are locked, so I'm guessing there are keys required. Bye.
Hey.
Hi there. Hi there. I've been following you. Can I have the document now? It's not your concern. Acquiring it was the important thing. Now that it's safe, it needs to be given to the proper parties so it can be destroyed. So, you read the document, did you? Bad idea. I was supposed to get it out of here without anyone ever seeing it. Job well done, Lena. The Travelers weren't responsible for what happened in the Snake Tail. It was the gnomes. We helped prevent a panic. Imagine what would have happened if the people of Whitestone had found out the truth. Apatir would be in even worse shape than it is now. You're just going to hand over that piece of paper for free? You wouldn't last a day in the Travelers, my friend. But I guess that's for the best. Here, you have to take something for your trouble. Go on, have some of my stuff. I can always get more. Goodbye.
You came back? I'd hoped to the heavens, but... Well, It's hard to trust hope when you've lost everything. I have a proposition for you, if you're willing to take a risk to do what's best for the people of Ebo. Our family mine is all we have left, and Eswin wishes to take that from us as well. He knows, as I do, that Scoria Mine still bleeds the valuable ore, and he wants it. Go to the mine and recover a sample of Tyrenium. Take this ring. It is a Scoria family heirloom. It will help earn my cousin's. It is across the trench near the empty old Motus headquarters. You'll find my cousin.
Hello.
I'm reluctant to ask who you are. You see, we've had many visitors lately, and every one of them has meant us harm. I am Thelgood Scoria, and this is my mine. This mine is ours, so long as the Terrenium remains. Those are the terms of the deed. He can talk to Motus mining interests in Hollowlands if he wishes to dispute it. This mine is Scoria-owned and operated, and I'm not about to let some scraggly pit pony go out saying it. Besides, we've had to shut down operations on account of the beasties, not the ones outside. These are new. What came out of that hole was nothing like I'd seen. Killed most of my men. Now we can't go down there. And neither can you. You know Adath? Well, you look like the kind of person he'd drag into the middle of this. Desperate. That's your choice. I'm impressed. No one else has returned since... well, let's just say you're the first back from the mines in a long time. It's been in our family for 2 generations since the gnomes brought us down here to Apatir to build Edessa. We don't have much, but this mine is ours.
Hey there.
You went to Scoria. I wasn't convinced anyone could survive the evils awakened there. But you've proved tougher than... Making the mine safe again is a task for another day. Right now, we have a more dangerous challenge before us. It's time to kill the mayor of Whitestone. It's the only way. Once he's gone, I can take his place and help save Apotir for its people, not for a man who wishes to be king. We have no leaders here. We are a family. I speak for the miners of Scoria only because I'm tired of the treatment and I care not if I live or die. To the fires with the Darkvari, the Sinriks, and the Zungars. They chose their paths as we did Scoria's. There is still such a thing as pride, as dignity. I imagine he sits on his makeshift throne in the mayor's cottage. Go. End his reign before it truly begins.
Hey there.
I know why you're here. You've come with but one intent. Please, don't take my head. I beg you. Of course, you have my word. My life is Whitestone's for as long as it takes. Just spare me. I would go to the cage gladly. Go away.
It is time for the healing to begin. Eswin's men are mine now, and I will use them to shape a new era, one of rebirth. Your sacrifice has been great, and I will reward you for it. Be on your guard. Apotir is still a deadly place. Healing will take time. I never wanted a conflict with anyone. My life has been about overcoming obstacles, not looking for... Stay safe.
Death to the... Have a drink, if you can afford it. I thought I could smell meat on you.
garrison.
Yes?
Welcome.
Hello. Hi.
Fancy a chat?
Be quick.
Alpha have a grand city in Wrath. Farewell.
Hello, I.
Be quick. Be quick.
What is it? But you've saved us. Widows. What can I help you with? Hello, stranger.
Now, what is it that I can with dose?
Then.
Curios, talismans, items of power.
Don't you just love the luminary leaf? I could sit here. How do you know my brother? Wait. He's dead? Ram. No, it can't be. I told him this would happen, but he wouldn't listen. Pig-headed fool! War isn't the way. Anyone who knows history knows that. But Ram was too impatient for words. He was so brash, so brave. War is ugly. Perhaps if the generals did more reading, the scholars did more fighting, then everyone would better understand the pointlessness of violence.
Students of magic, masters of spells.
What do you want? I'm beset by petitioners these days. Another advocate for this absurd plan to retake Mel Senshir, I take it. Look to Rathia's sister across the strait. Her battered walls, her burned gardens, her back broken from a decade of war. We take in refugees. We send them food that we can spare. We try to ease her pain. But for 10 years I stood here and watched her die slowly. And now you, a stranger, think to convince me to commit the whole of this city to saving her because our army's greatest failure has recovered some old relic. Mel Senshir stands as Rathia's eastern shield. Even now, nearly broken, she still stands. This city can do nothing for the fortress, but perhaps its people can. The wounded we have here wish to return to fight for the fortress one last time. I'll tell them to meet you at the docks, and take this as well from my own collection. May it be of use to you in the coming battle. Do not speak to me of the war. I am the voice of Rathia, not a general or a fate weaver, nor Lyria herself, who alone controls the outcome. The city of walls is lost to us, and we can afford no more troops for them. Better to muster our forces to counterattack after its fall. Go to the eastern docks in the lower city and find Captain Dodwin. Go. Save our city.
Do not miss Leogriff's many marvels.
general has returned.
We're so close. Hurry now! 1,000 times you could ask that question, and every time I would answer yes. Absolutely yes. But there is something terrible about arriving at a day you've been anticipating for years.
The ships are loading now for Mel Senshir. Are you ready to board? Right away.
You know better than any of us how this will end. Why must we fight a war that you know we will not win?
You would still ask that, Talara, after all you've seen.
Until I get an answer, Fate Weaver. Until then.
Why do we fight? Because there is hope. Because only through battle can we break the chains that fate has forged. Don't you see? We have been given a chance. And though some of us will die, we will die knowing that our lives were finally our own. That we are no longer slaves to the whims of fate. Would you throw it away? Just for fear of another defeat? Not I. I will fight. And if I die knowing that I have made a choice. And this choice, for good or for ill, was my own.
Watch yourself when you're on the wall.
Come on, the commander's waiting for us.
The great general is back, just like she promised. Another 10 years, and I might have started to doubt. Not exactly the heroes of legend, but you're a welcome sight nonetheless. When Mel Senshir was built, the Winter Fae weren't the friendliest of neighbors, but they were nothing like the Tuatha they've become. Those bastards keep squeezing us and squeezing us. Well, it's time for them to see what we mortals can do. The General's army used to defend us, but that was before the Tuatha started summoning Niskaru to join them. Tilera's forces never stood a chance. Still, she blamed herself and went into exile. We could have used her here, but heroes only show up when you really need them, right? I was just a child before the siege started. I joined the army because I dreamed of becoming a hero like the great General Tilera. Funny thing, dreams. We've been the front line of this war for the last decade. The fact that Mel Senshir still stands at all is a testament to all we've sacrificed. Cluricon is all swamp, jungle, and death. Have you ever tried fighting an army in a place like this? It's hot, wet, and it always smells like something died. What is it? Time. Likely you've come to see the fortress before it falls. I've seen her stand for the last 10 years.
But the end... Our scouts report that the Tuatha are massing, and in their wake we've seen it. The Niskaru Lord, Baelor, has come for Mel Senshir at last. Indeed, they expect us to hide behind the walls of Mel Senshir. Instead, we'll rush the field and delay the Baelor's arrival. That leaves the Witch Knight. Malwyn is the commander of the Tuatha forces, and likely the one who has made a pact with the Baelor. You and Talera will be part of an effort to kill him. If we can kill Witch Knight Malwyn, then the Baelor may run rampant in the field, and in the chaos we can rout the Tuatha. It is much to hope for, but that's the plan. Soon. I know you're eager, but take a moment to make sure you're ready. When you're ready, come meet me by the gates.
What's this? I've heard the soldiers say that death has a... Need to know something about Mel Senshir? I'm the one to ask. The city has been under siege for so long that we're starting to run out of places to put the bodies. Pretty soon, the boats that bring the new recruits over will have to take the broken bodies of the old back.
Keep 'em coming.
Another body for the ground.
You won't last long.
Watch yourself when you're on the wall. Interested in a trinket or a gem? Rialti's Ma has what you need. The Great General, they call her. Haven't seen anything great yet. Don't get me wrong, I have nothing against the Alpha, but this war is great for business. Another time, then.
I don't care if the bartender's manning the ramparts. Someone has to have a drink for sale.
I've got plenty of supplies if you've got plenty of coin. It was my home before the war started, and it will be my home long after, no matter the outcome. Back again. Looking to restock? Ilan Doldran has what... you need. Come back again. Looking to restock. Ilan, come back. Back again.
The great
Last two I've fought.
Name's Tarek Smith. I'm... Stay safe.
Give your armor to Tarek Smith for repairs, and he'll give it back better than new.
You look a little nervous.
You didn't think I'd miss this, did you? I hope you're ready for what lies ahead. This is no time to make jokes. These people are scared, and your chances are slim, with or without that spear. Mel Senshir's fate was sealed long ago. You may be able to change that, but the Tuatha aren't taking any chances. Be on your way.
What is it? Time is running out! Steel yourselves. The battle is not to be taken lightly. Then let us go. We've had sightings of the Tuatha vanguard. When they enter the courtyard, we will open the gates and counter. You and Talera will use the distraction to execute your plan. One way or another, this will be over soon.
Our hunt for Malwyn can now begin in earnest. I will take one path and you another. If Wygland's troops hold, then Malwyn will be delayed at the outer wall with the Baelor. But we should make sure he doesn't get past us. Now, we must get moving.
thing. I'll make sure they don't try that again. Someone's got to make sure these ladders stay down. And you need to move before O'Waglin's troops start falling back.
Finally, some reinforcements. We tried to fight off the Tuatha, but they took most of our company prisoner. They're threatening to execute the rest unless we lay down our arms. You could get in amongst them, silently, if possible, and save what's left of the survivors. The Tuatha moved on us in such numbers, we couldn't hold them all off. I recommend you tread lightly in there. They'll probably kill any survivors if we try to mount a frontal assault.
our chance, before they can regain control of the creature. Ah!
You're still alive! You've got to destroy Baelor before it tears this place apart. I know, child. Everything seemed still in that moment when she struck the Baelor. At least she died how she wanted to. But her sacrifice won't mean anything unless you... Are you reporting in? We held off the last wave. I dragged them both here. But I don't think they're gonna make it. Join you? I can't just leave my posting in such a state. Right. Better than dying here, I guess. Let's show those two upper.
Tuatha. They're gone. After 10 years, I can't believe they're finally gone. It's over. After all these years, the siege is broken, and we're alive. Thank the gods for sending you to... But I have heard a bitter rumor in the wake of all of this. Is it true? Has Talera fallen? Then the rumors of her dishonor will finally be silenced. She gave everything to us in the end, and the world will know that. When we rebuild these walls, we'll name them after General Talera. Her memory will stand as long as the ramparts shine. But she never would have been here had you not delivered her to us. It can never be enough, but we hope you'll accept this as our thanks. We freed the city, but the Tuatha still hold most of Cluricon. Over the years, they've infected every part of these swamps. Clearing them out isn't going to be easy, but we might have help. There are rumors of a small band of fighters harassing the Tuatha. Perhaps the hero of Mel Senshir can convince them to work with us. Good luck. Our soldiers are doing their best out there, but it's still a nightmare. We've heard rumors about a band of soldiers striking the Tuatha for years, but nothing solid. They said their forces were crippled by a bitter frost, but it never gets that cold in the swamps. Watch out for those red-eyed bastards.
Allies can come from the strangest places.
Well met.
Behind me is the all of the prisoners were given weapons and placed on the wall for the battle. It is empty now. Most of the criminals we get are deserters or the jail is currently empty. All of the prisoners were armed and sent to the wall before the battle.
You're already dead. Nothing but another corpse, just like me. She's here, you know. Death. Please, don't let her eat my eyes. I don't want to die. Oh, she's a great dark crow with 1,000 needs. We're all beggars. Dead already and begging. But you're no beggar. No beggar at all. I can see it all around you. You're not like us. I am. I dream of her. Don't let her take me there, please. Don't let her open me up. That's where she keeps her nest. We go beneath. Don't go there. It's dangerous. Don't go. Don't leave me.
Well met.
It's time to celebrate. The Baelor's dead, and the Tuatha have fallen back to Cursewood. You and me, let's drink to victory. No, not Tak. Not Tak. Damn the Tuatha! Damn them to the fires! This isn't how it was supposed to happen. I was supposed to be the soldier. He was supposed to stay home to watch Mother. I knew he was in Cursewood, but they must have been in the path of the Baelor. They were trying to shield us. Poor Tak.
How's that steel? Need me? Stay safe.
Honor to you, champion. I watched from the battle's van while you faced Malwyn and his demon pet. You have earned great glory and the respect of all Alpha. If you have a moment, could I ask a favor of you? Since the battle, several of my men have asked for the chance to challenge the champion of Mel. You slew Malwyn and destroyed the great demon he commanded. They hold you in awe. 5 of our greatest fighters have asked, and if you accept, they will each face you here in the practice yard in single combat. There are 5 in total. An iron guy. Tell me when you are prepared to fight. Good luck to you, champion. Do not wait too long, or they will think the success of the siege has made my warriors vain enough. The thought that the champion of the battle would fear their challenge would only make it worse. Go with Lyria.
The Tuatha lines have broken, and we... Please, forgive my melancholy. The champion... I am Adrian Tyr, and I owe you my thanks. Though many have been lost, your courage... I was dead, or I should have been at least, if it were not for a Varani mercenary who threw himself in the fray. He fought like a demon, and I was able to escape. The poor man was not... It shames me, but I once held such mercenaries in great disdain. But this man, whoever he was, he was cut off and surrounded by the two. However, his body must lie somewhere in Cursewood. It would give me peace. The Varani warrior? The last I saw of him, he was... Farewell.
So it's done. Better you than me, I suppose. With the war still raging, there's always plenty of bad news to deliver. Thank you. You have more courage than I do, and I've stared into the eye of the enemy. Take this.
Be on your guard.
But you've saved us.
Widow, are you?
I'll make it back to the front. Eventually.
Off into the swamps, I assume? None that would be of any help. After a decade of Tuatha control, they've all gone quiet. But if there are any out there, I'm sure they'll be looking for you. Just keep your eyes open. After all, we'll be in their swamp. Be on your way.
Any luck out there? They're fighting the Tuatha, right? Since you're the one who defeated Witch Knight Malwyn, I suspect they'll be looking to find you. I'll meet you in Mel Senshir.
Well met. Looking to restock? Ilindol, back again.
Hello again, champion. Perhaps you're willing to... Will you accept the challenge of our greatest fight? Excellent. Your first challenger is... This should prove... Go with Lyria. That last fight with an iron was interesting. He fared prepared for your next challenge? Your next challenger is Tarek Smith. Go with Lyria. You certainly didn't pull any punches with my blacksmith. Sir Phaedra Will is next. Sir Phaedra is one of my best scouts, quick and agile. Go with Lyria. You handled Sir Phaedra readily enough. Perhaps it's Adrian Tyr survived alone 3 times when his company to a man has fallen. The soldier refuses to give up. He is fearless and enduring. It will take the force of God to bring him to his knees. Good luck. Go with Lyria. Adrian fell harder than I thought he would. Well done. Your final challenger is my sister, Ragnar. She is the finest. She will bury her sword in your heart if you are not careful. Go with Lyria. One by one, the greatest of the Alpha have faced you in single combat, and all have fallen. I am Bronwyn Aurelia Sen, the first sword of the Alpha. I was born in battle. Let us see what you are truly made of, champ. Go with Lyria. You are worthy of honor, warrior. I have never faced your equal. Take this. Tilera herself granted me this blade for the slaying of the Tuatha champion Zerastes, but you deserve it more than I. The Alpha honor you, champion. May the Tuatha fear your coming. I have never been a part of a battle like that before. You and Tilera were magnificent. We grew up together back in Arethel. I've never known a warrior more courageous. Go with Lyria.